Upgrade Your English podcast.
Hey everyone, and welcome back to Upgrade Your English. It's so great to have you all here on the channel. I'm your host, Brianna, and if this is your first time here, you've come to the right place. We're all about helping you move from understanding English to actually using it with confidence. And if you find this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps our community grow, and I truly appreciate your support. So, let's get into it. Today's episode is all about a topic that can feel a bit intimidating, but is one of the most powerful tools for sounding like a native speaker: phrasal verbs. Now, I know what you might be thinking. Brianna, there are so many of them. How can I learn them all? Don't worry, we're not going to list them like a boring vocabulary lesson. Instead, I'm going to share some of the most common phrasal verbs we use every single day, just by talking about my own life. We'll learn them in a natural way, in context, so they stick in your mind. My goal is to give you a tool to feel more comfortable in any conversation, from talking about your morning to discussing your plans for the weekend. Let's start with something we all do every morning. The very first thing is we wake up. You know that feeling when your alarm clock goes off? That's when you wake up. But then, of course, you have to actually get up out of bed. These are two different things, right? You can wake up at 7 a.m., but not actually get up until 7:15. Once I finally get up, the first thing I do is turn on the coffee machine. After that, I usually need to find something to put on. My clothes, a jacket, I'm always looking for something comfortable to wear. So I find my favorite sweater and I put it on. So far we have wake up, get up, turn on, and put on. See how natural these sound when we just talk about them? Now let's keep going. After I'm dressed, I often look for my phone or my keys. I'm always misplacing them. It's frustrating. Once I finally find them, I can go out and start my day. Before I leave though, I always check up on my plants. They need a little water and some sunlight. I'm not very good at it, to be honest. Okay, so now I'm out of the house. I might have to drop off my friend at work, or maybe I'll just head out to the coffee shop myself. Once I get there, I like to catch up with the barista. We'll talk about our weekends or what's been happening. It's so nice to talk to people. Then I'll sit down with my coffee, and I might look over my emails from the night before. I like to get a head start on the day. This is a good time to mention a super common one: get by. Maybe I'm trying to get by on just one cup of coffee in the morning, which, let's be honest, is a bad idea. Or maybe you're trying to get by with a little English. You can do it. It takes time, but you'll get through it. Get through is all about finishing something difficult, like a long book or a difficult project at work. You just have to keep going and you'll get through it. So you can see how these phrases just flow. They're not just two words, they're one idea, and we use them all the time. Let's think about something a little more social. Maybe you're planning to go out with your friends this weekend. You might need to put off a meeting because you have plans. Put off means to delay something, to do it later. Or maybe you can't put up with all the noise from the party next door. Put up with means to tolerate something. It's an interesting one because it's about a feeling. You can't tolerate the noise, you can't put up with it. As you can tell, phrasal verbs can be used for so many different situations. The key is to see them in a sentence, not as a single vocabulary item. My advice is to find a phrase you like and try to use it a few times this week. It might feel a little strange at first, but with practice, it will just start to feel right. Okay, that's all we have time for in this segment. Let's take a quick break, and after that, we'll dive into some phrasal verbs for work and professional life. All right, let's keep going. We've talked about getting our day started, and now it's time to talk about the workplace. Whether you work in an office, from home, or you're a student with a big project, these verbs are super useful for talking about tasks, meetings, and just dealing with your colleagues. Let's imagine my day at work. I always start by checking my email, and I usually have a long list of things to go through. Go through means to examine something carefully from beginning to end. It can also mean to experience something difficult, but here it just means to read all my emails. And if I have a big project, I'll need to look into all the details. Look into means to investigate or research something. My manager might ask me to look into a problem with the new software program. I'll need to look it up online, which means to search for information. Sometimes a project might have a lot of steps. I have to figure out how to do it all. Figure out is a fantastic phrasal verb. It means to solve a problem or to understand something. I can figure out how the new printer works, or I can figure out a difficult math problem. Once I have a plan, I can get on with my work. Get on with means to continue doing something, often after a delay. I was chatting with a colleague, but now I need to get on with this report. We often have meetings, and sometimes a meeting has to be called off. Call off means to cancel something. The meeting was called off because the boss was sick. Or maybe we had to put off the meeting until next week. I talked about put off earlier. It means to delay. Sometimes when a client calls, I have to put them on hold if I'm busy. Put on hold means to make someone wait on the phone. Let's talk about our relationships at work. It's so important to get along with your colleagues. Get along with means to have a friendly relationship with someone. I'm lucky. I get along with everyone on my team. And when we have a new employee, we need to show them around the office. Show around means to give someone a tour. I need to show them around so they know where everything is. Sometimes a manager will ask you to take on more responsibility. Take on means to accept a new task or challenge. I had to take on a new project because the team was short on staff. It was a lot of work, but I was happy to help out. Help out is a simple but useful phrasal verb. It just means to help someone, often in a difficult situation. After a long day, I like to wind down. Wind down means to relax after a period of activity. I'll get home and just kick back. Kick back means to relax and do nothing. It's similar to wind down, but more informal. I might look over the TV schedule to see what's on. I use look over to mean a quick review or check. This is a great place to stop for now. We've covered phrasal verbs for everyday life and for work. As you can see, the key is to hear them and use them in context. They will start to feel natural very quickly. We still have a lot more to cover, including phrasal verbs for travel, hobbies, and social situations. We'll also talk about how to keep practicing what you've learned. All right, so let's continue. We've talked about phrasal verbs for our daily lives and for the workplace. Now, let's think about a different kind of fun, travel and hobbies. Imagine you're getting ready for a trip. First, you have to set off. Set off means to begin a journey. So you set off for the airport, and once you get on the plane will take off. That's a classic one. And when you get to your destination, you'll need to check in at your hotel. Check-in is a phrasal verb we use for hotels, airports, and even sometimes when you arrive somewhere to meet friends. After a wonderful vacation, it's always sad to get back home. Get back just means to return. And what about the fun stuff? Our hobbies and socialize. You can hang out with your friends at the park. Hang out is super common and just means to spend time with someone in a casual way. After a long day, you might want to chill out on the sofa. Chill out means to relax. And if you're listening to music, you can turn it up if it's too quiet or turn it down if it's too loud. We also use turn on and turn off for electronics all the time. Let's talk about the big picture, because learning phrasal verbs is a bit of a challenge. It's easy to feel overwhelmed and want to give up, but please don't. Give up means to stop trying, and the key is to not give up on yourself. Instead, you need to keep on practicing. Keep on means to continue doing something. You have to keep on using these verbs in your conversations, even if it feels strange at first. You might want to try out a few of the ones we talked about today. Try out means to test something to see if you like it. My final piece of advice for you is to just go for it. Go for it means to do something with enthusiasm. Don't worry about being perfect. The goal is not to be perfect. The goal is to be understood and to feel comfortable. So just go for it. And don't worry about making mistakes. Everyone makes them. What's important is that you keep using the language and learning. Phrasal verbs are everywhere. They are a natural part of everyday English. And by understanding them and using them, you will start to feel a huge difference in how you communicate. It's like a secret shortcut to sounding more authentic. We've covered so many today, and I hope this episode has given you a simple way to approach this topic. Remember, the journey to fluency is a marathon, not a sprint. Just focus on 1 or 2 new phrases at a time, and you'll be amazed at how quickly they start to become a natural part of your vocabulary. That's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for joining me on Upgrade Your English. If you found this video helpful, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It really helps us grow. I'm Brianna, and I'll see you in the next episode.